There are truths that separate predators from prey. This is one of them. Most men live as sheep, comfortable in the herd, safe in their obedience. They bleat when told. They follow when led. They believe the world rewards fairness. They are wrong. The wolf does not announce himself. He does not justify his hunger. He simply moves through the flock, unseen until the moment of his choosing. You were not born to graze. You were born to hunt. But they have trained you to forget. If you're ready to remember what you've been taught to suppress, then stay. Subscribe now, because what follows is not for the herd. This channel exists for those who refuse to be domesticated. Hit that button. You'll need what comes next. The greatest trick civilization ever played was convincing wolves they were sheep. They gave you laws and called it morality. They gave you politeness and called it virtue. They taught you to lower your eyes and called it respect. And you obeyed, because the herd feels safe. But here is the secret they never tell you. The herd is not safe. The herd is simply waiting to be culled. Sheep do not inherit power. They inherit slaughter. The wolf inherits the earth. Machiavelli understood this, not as cruelty, as nature. He watched Florence burn through rulers who believed in goodness. He saw kind men betrayed, honest men destroyed, merciful men overthrown. And from the ashes of their naivety, he wrote the manual. Not for saints, for survivors. The Prince was not a book. It was a mirror, held up to power's true face. And that face does not smile. It calculates. You think you live in a world beyond his time. You don't. The mechanics have changed. The truth has not. Office politics, social hierarchies, relationships, business. Every interaction is a field. And on that field, there are wolves and there are sheep. The sheep hope for fairness. The wolf creates certainty. Which are you right now? Be honest. When someone undermines you, do you retreat? When someone challenges you, do you explain yourself? When someone disrespects you, do you rationalize it? Then you are still grazing. And the wolves around you know it. Comment below right now. Tell me the last time you acted like a sheep when you should have been a wolf. Confession is the first step. Awareness is the blade. Let me tell you about a man. A nobleman in Renaissance Italy. Charming, educated, loved by his people. His name does not matter because history forgot him. He believed loyalty was mutual. He trusted his advisors. He forgave betrayals. He thought his goodness would shield him. One night, his closest friend, the man he pardoned 3 times, opened the gates to his enemies. They dragged him from his bed. He died begging for mercy from men who had none. His last words were why. The answer was simple. Because he was sheep. And sheep do not get to ask why. The wolf who took his throne never asked why. He asked how. How to take the city. How to remove obstacles. How to ensure it never happened to him. That is the difference. Sheep ask why the world is unfair. Wolves ask how to bend it. Here is what you need to understand. The world does not reward your intentions. It rewards your outcomes. Morality is a luxury of the powerful. The weak preach it. The strong define it. You have been fed philosophy by sheep. They told you kindness is strength. It is not. Kindness without power is irrelevance. They told you honesty builds trust. It does not. Honesty without strategy builds predictability. And predictable men are controlled men. Sheep philosophy keeps you manageable. Wolf philosophy makes you inevitable. So let us strip away the pasture. Let us speak plainly. These are the doctrines. The laws that govern not how the world should be, but how it is. Machiavelli did not invent them. He simply had the spine to name them. And now, you will learn them. Not to become cruel, but to stop being blind. If this is making you uncomfortable, good. That discomfort is the collar being removed. Subscribe if you want more. And stay close. Because what comes next will change how you see every person you meet. The first law. Never reveal your full strength. The sheep shows everything. He brags. He demonstrates. He needs validation. He wants the herd to see his worth. The wolf reveals only what serves him. A wolf does not roar before the hunt. He is silent until his jaws close. In every room you enter, there are those measuring you, calculating whether you are threat or resource. If you display all your capability, they will either fear you prematurely or prepare against you. Both are failures. Let them underestimate you. Let them believe you are harmless. Right until the moment you are not. There was a duke, Cesare Borgia. Machiavelli studied him like a surgeon studies a heart. Cesare never announced his plans. He smiled at rivals over wine while his soldiers were already moving on their lands. He played the diplomat while his assassins played their trade. When his enemies realized the threat, it was already over. Not because he was the strongest, because he was the most concealed. He understood that power unexposed is power multiplied. The sheep telegraphs every move. The wolf strikes from shadow. Do you show your hand too early? In meetings, do you offer your best idea first? In arguments, do you unleash all your evidence at once? In relationships, do you confess all your feelings before you've secured commitment? If yes, then you are giving away your leverage. You are arming your opponents. Stop. Ration your revelations. Speak less than you know. Show less than you can. Let your power be suspected, never confirmed. Suspected power is frightening. Confirmed power is a target. Comment below. Do you hide your strength or broadcast it? And has it helped or hurt you? I want to know. The herd needs to hear this. The second law. Create dependency, not loyalty. Sheep believe in loyalty. They think if they are faithful, others will be faithful in return. This is fantasy. Loyalty is an emotion. Emotions change. Dependency is a structure. Structures endure. The wolf does not ask to be loved. He ensures he is needed. Make yourself the keystone. The person without whom things collapse. Then you are not obeyed out of affection. You are obeyed out of necessity. And necessity does not waver. Machiavelli wrote, "Men forget the death of their father before they forget the loss of their inheritance." Harsh. Yes. True. Absolutely. People do not stay because they treasure you. They stay because leaving costs too much. Your job is not to win hearts. It is to become indispensable. In your workplace, be the one who knows the systems no one else understands. In your relationships, be the one who provides what cannot be easily replaced. Not through manipulation, through excellence, through unique value. The sheep tries to be liked. The wolf ensures he cannot be discarded. There was a minister under a French king, Richelieu. He did not befriend the king. He made himself essential. He knew every noble's secret. He controlled the flow of information. He managed threats before the king even knew they existed. The king did not love him. Many days, the king resented him. But the king could not rule without him. And so Richelieu remained. Not cherished, but unshakable. That is power. Ask yourself, if you vanish tomorrow, would they struggle to replace you? Or would they shrug and move on? If the latter, you have built nothing. You are disposable. Change that. Become critical. Master what others avoid. Know what others ignore. Solve what others cannot. Then you are no longer an employee, a partner, a friend. You are infrastructure. Do you have people who depend on you, or do you depend on their approval? Write it below. Let's see who's the wolf here. The third law. Let others compete for you. Never compete for them. The sheep chases. He pursues validation. He asks for the meeting. He sends the follow-up. He demonstrates his worth hoping someone notices. The wolf is pursued. He creates scarcity. He becomes the prize. And prizes do not beg. When you chase, you lower your value. When you withdraw, you raise it. This is not arrogance. This is economics. Attention flows toward what appears rare. Make yourself rare. Machiavelli observed that princes who gave too much, too freely, were taken for granted. But those who were selective, who bestowed favor sparingly, were revered. Why? Because humans assign value based on difficulty of acquisition. If you are always available, always agreeable, always eager, you signal low worth. But if your time is guarded, your approval selective, your presence uncertain, suddenly you become valuable. Not because you changed, because scarcity changed their perception. There was a consultant. Brilliant. Sought after. He did something counterintuitive. He started saying no. He turned down clients. He made people wait months. His prices tripled. His demand quintupled. Why? Because he stopped acting like he needed them. He made them prove they deserved him. The sheep says yes to everything, terrified of missing opportunity. The wolf says no to most things, knowing that exclusivity is opportunity. Stop being so available. Stop replying instantly. Stop saying yes by default. Let silence sit. Let people wonder. If they want you, they will pursue. If they do not, you have lost nothing. You were already not valued. But when you step back and they step forward, you have revealed the truth. You were the prize all along. You just acted like the beggar. Are you chasing or being chased? Comment your story. The wolves here will recognize their own. The fourth law. Conceal your intentions. The sheep thinks transparency is virtue. He announces his goals. He shares his plans. He believes openness builds trust. It does not. It builds resistance. The moment you reveal what you want, those around you begin positioning. Some to block you, some to exploit you, some to compete. All because you handed them the map. The wolf moves in silence. He conceals his aim until its completion is inevitable. Transparency is not honesty. It is tactical stupidity. Machiavelli wrote often of the need for secrecy. Not because truth is evil, but because premature truth is vulnerability. If your rival knows your plan, he can prepare. If your ally knows your desperation, he can exploit. If the crowd knows your ambition, they can resent. Keep your cards hidden. Let them guess. Let them assume. Let them be wrong. And when you strike, let it be sudden. Fait accompli. Already done. Beyond reversal. There was a tech founder. He wanted to acquire a competitor. If he had announced it, the price would have skyrocketed. Rivals would have bid. The target would have played hard to get. Instead, he stayed quiet. He built relationships slowly. He never mentioned acquisition. He talked partnership, collaboration, mutual benefit. And then one day, the deal was done. Signed. Announced. Irreversible. By the time the market reacted, the opportunity was gone. He won because no one saw him hunting. What are you working on right now? Who knows about it? If the answer is everyone, you have already lost the advantage. Guard your ambitions like you guard your bank account. Share the results, not the process. Let them see the throne after you are sitting on it, not while you are walking toward it. Tell me below. Have you ever revealed a plan too early and watched it fall apart? Let the herd learn from your mistake. The fifth law. Use others' emotions. Do not be used by your own. The sheep is reactive. Someone insults him, he gets angry. Someone flatters him, he trusts. Someone cries, he softens. He is a puppet to his feelings. And everyone around him knows which strings to pull. The wolf is cold. Not heartless. Cold. He feels. But he does not obey his feelings. He observes them. Then chooses his response. And more importantly, he observes your feelings. And uses them. Machiavelli understood that emotion is weakness in negotiation and strength in manipulation. If you are angry, you make mistakes. You reveal what matters to you. You become predictable. But if you can make your opponent angry, you control the board. If you can inspire their fear, their greed, their pride, you control their choices. The wolf does not lose his temper. He weaponizes yours. There was a lawyer. Brilliant tactician. In depositions, Opposing counsel would try to rattle her. Aggressive questions, personal attacks, provocations. She never flinched. She smiled. She paused. She responded with precision. Meanwhile, she would ask subtle questions designed to irritate her opponent. Questions that questioned their competence, their preparation, their integrity. Slowly they would crack, get defensive, make errors. She stayed calm. They unraveled. She won. Not because she was more knowledgeable, because she controlled the emotional field. You must master this. When someone tries to provoke you, pause. Breathe. Recognize the attempt. Do not give them the reaction. Deny them the power. Then, strategically, deploy emotion when it serves you. Show anger to set a boundary. Show warmth to disarm. Show indifference to devalue. But never, ever let your emotions deploy you. The sheep reacts. The wolf acts. How often do your emotions control your decisions? Comment. Confession sharpens the mind. The sixth law. Build alliances, but never depend on them. The sheep believes in unity, in friendship, in partnership. He ties his fate to others and calls it strength. It is not. It is fragility. The wolf builds alliances strategically. He cooperates when it serves mutual interest. But he never forgets that interest changes. Allies become rivals the moment your goals diverge. Never build a castle on another man's land. Always have a path that is yours alone. Machiavelli advised princes to use alliances but to always retain independent strength. A prince who cannot stand alone will fall the moment his ally finds a better option. This is not cynicism. It is survival. People are loyal to their interests, not to you. As long as you serve their interest, they will stand with you. The moment you do not, they will not. Plan for that. Always. There was a business partnership. Two founders, best friends, built a company together. Equal shares, equal say. Then the company grew. Investors came. One founder wanted to scale aggressively. The other wanted to stay small and profitable. The friendship shattered. The aggressive one pushed the other out. Legally. Coldly. The one who believed in loyalty lost everything. Why? Because he had no independent power. He had built his entire position on trust. And trust is not a foundation. It is a weather pattern. Work with others. Yes. But build your own skills. Your own resources. Your own reputation. Your own exit plan. So that if the alliance ends, you do not end with it. The sheep entangles himself. The wolf remains free. Do you have alliances right now that you depend on too much? Say it below. Acknowledge the risk. The seventh law. Appear merciful, but be ruthless when necessary. The sheep avoids confrontation. He forgives endlessly. He gives second chances, third chances, infinite chances. He believes this makes him good. It does not. It makes him weak. And weakness invites exploitation. The wolf understands that mercy is a gift, not an obligation. It is given strategically. But when someone crosses the line, when someone becomes a threat, the wolf does not hesitate. He ends it. Completely. Publicly. So others learn. Machiavelli wrote that cruelties should be committed all at once, so that their taste lingers less. Benefits should be distributed slowly, so they are savored. This sounds harsh. But consider the alternative. A leader who punishes inconsistently, who wavers, who forgives and then punishes and then forgives again, creates confusion. No one knows the rules. Chaos spreads. But a leader who is generally kind, yet absolutely final when betrayed, creates clarity. People know where the line is. And they do not cross it. There was a manager. Kind. Supportive. Loved by his team. But one employee was toxic. Spreading rumors. Undermining morale. Sabotaging projects. The manager gave warnings. Chances. Conversations. The behavior continued. The team watched. They saw that toxicity had no consequence. Morale collapsed. Good employees left. Finally, the manager acted. Fired the toxic employee. But it was too late. The damage was done. Had he acted decisively the first time the line was crossed, the team would have respected him. Instead, they learned he was weak. You do not have to be cruel, but you must be willing to be final. When someone disrespects you repeatedly, cut them off. When someone betrays your trust, remove them from your life. Completely. No lingering. No half measures. The sheep keeps the wound open, hoping it heals. The wolf amputates and moves on. Which are you? Have you ever let someone disrespect you repeatedly because you were afraid to be ruthless? Tell me below. Let's stop that pattern. The 8th law. Control the narrative. The sheep accepts the story told about him. The wolf writes it. Reputation is not what you are. It is what people believe you are. And belief is shaped by story. If you do not craft your narrative, someone else will. And they will not do it in your favor. You must become the author of your own myth. Subtle. Consistent. Strategic. Machiavelli knew that perception was as important as reality. A prince could be strong, but if he appeared weak, he would be challenged. He could be kind, but if he appeared cruel, he would be feared. The appearance governed the outcome. So you must manage what is seen. Not through lies. Through emphasis. Highlight your strengths. Downplay your failures. Frame your actions in the context that serves you. There was a politician. Lost an election badly. The narrative could have been, he is finished. Instead, his team spun it as, he stood on principle and will return stronger. They flooded media with stories of his integrity, his resilience, his long-term vision. By the next cycle, the loss was forgotten. The myth of the principled fighter remained. He won the next election. Not because the facts changed, because the story did. What story are people telling about you right now? Do you know? If you do not, find out. Then decide if that is the story you want. If it is not, change it. Through your actions, yes. But also through your words. Through what you share. Through what you allow others to say unchallenged. The sheep is passive about his reputation. The wolf curates it like a garden. What do you want people to say about you when you are not in the room? Comment it. Then become it. The 9th law. Know when to break your own rules. The sheep follows rules blindly. Even his own. He becomes predictable. The wolf understands that rules are tools, not chains. There are moments when the principle must bend. When the exception proves the rule. Rigidity is fragility. Adaptability is strength. Machiavelli's greatest lesson was not the rules themselves. It was knowing when to abandon them. A prince must know how to be good, and how not to be good, as necessity requires. This is the apex of the philosophy. Morality is not absolute. It is contextual. In most situations, honesty serves you. But there are moments when a lie saves lives. In most cases, mercy builds loyalty. But there are moments when ruthlessness prevents collapse. The fool applies the same rule to every situation. The master reads the situation and selects the tool. There was a commander, known for never retreating. His men respected his courage. But one battle, the enemy had overwhelming force. His officers begged him to withdraw. He refused. It would break his rule. It would damage his image. He stood and fought. His army was annihilated. He died with his pride intact and his men dead. A wolf would have retreated. Not because he lacked courage. Because he valued victory over consistency. The sheep dies on principle. The wolf lives to fight again. You must develop judgment. The wisdom to know when your rule applies and when it does not. This comes from experience. From reflection. From watching outcomes. The rules I have given you are strong. But they are not scripture. If the moment demands you break one to survive or to win, break it. Then return to the path. Flexibility within structure. That is mastery. Have you ever followed a rule rigidly and regretted it? Or broken one wisely and won? Share below. Let us learn from the field. Now, Let us go deeper. You have the laws. But laws without context are just words. You need to see them in the world you live in now. The digital age. The age of performance. The age where everyone is watched and everyone is watching. This is not Renaissance Italy. But the principles have not changed. Only the costume. Social media is the modern court. Every post is a signal. Every like is a vote. Every comment is a skirmish. And in this court, the sheep perform. They share everything. Their feelings. Their failures. Their breakfast. They believe authenticity is currency. It is not. Vulnerability without power is not brave. It is free intelligence for your rivals. The wolf curates his presence. He shares what builds his image. He conceals what does not. He controls the perception. You see influencers crying on camera, sharing their trauma, their breakdowns, their struggles, and the herd applauds. They call it real, but watch closely. Is it real, or is it calculated? The smart ones know that vulnerability is a brand strategy. They weaponize it. They are not sheep. They are wolves in sheep's clothing. They perform weakness to build parasocial loyalty. Then they monetize it. The actual sheep do it for validation and get nothing. The wolf does it for power and gets everything. What are you sharing online? Is it building you or exposing you? Comment below. Let me know if you are playing the game or being played. In your workplace, the dynamics are ancient. The office is the kingdom. Your manager is the prince. Your colleagues are the court. Some are allies. Some are rivals. Most are neither. They are simply survive. The sheep works hard and hopes to be noticed. The wolf ensures he is noticed by the right people for the right reasons. He builds relationships upward and laterally. He makes himself visible when it benefits him, invisible when it does not. He understands that competence alone does not guarantee promotion. Competence plus perception does. There is always someone in your office who does less work but gets more credit. You resent them. You call it unfair. But they understand something you do not. They manage perception. They speak in meetings. They align with decision makers. They frame their contributions in the language of impact. You do the work in silence and expect fairness. There is no fairness. There is only strategy. Become that person. Not through deceit. Through intelligent self-presentation. The sheep complains that the game is rigged. The wolf learns the rules and wins anyway. In relationships, romantic or otherwise, the same laws apply. The one who cares less has the power. This is not romantic, but it is true. The sheep falls hard, confesses everything, makes himself completely available. He thinks this is love. It is not. It is surrender. And surrender is not attractive. The wolf maintains mystery. He has a life beyond the relationship. He is willing to walk away, not because he does not care, but because he will not compromise his frame. And that strength, that self-possession, is magnetic. This does not mean be cold. It means be whole. Do not dissolve into another person. Do not make them your entire world. Keep your mission, your purpose, your independence. Let them orbit you as you orbit them. Mutual gravity, not collapse. The sheep loses himself in love. The wolf finds himself strengthened by it. Have you ever lost yourself in a relationship and regretted it? Let the others learn from you. Comment. Let us talk about enemies. The sheep avoids conflict. He pretends enemies do not exist. He hopes that if he is nice, everyone will be nice back. This is delusion. You have enemies. Right now. People who resent your success. People who want what you have. People who simply do not like you for reasons you will never understand. Ignoring them does not make them go away. It makes you unprepared. The wolf identifies his enemies early. He watches them. He understands their motives. And he neutralizes them before they strike. Machiavelli said it is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. But he also said, never be hated. Hatred makes men reckless. They will destroy themselves to destroy you. So the balance is this. Be respected. Be formidable. But do not humiliate. Do not create vendettas. When you defeat an enemy, do it cleanly, quietly. Do not gloat. Do not rub it in. Remove the threat and move on. The sheep makes enemies carelessly and wonders why life is hard. The wolf manages enemies strategically and walks a clear path. Do you know who your enemies are right now? You should. Awareness is survival. Now, the uncomfortable part. Sometimes the enemy is you. The sheep blames the world, the economy, his parents, his circumstances. The wolf looks inward. He asks, what did I do wrong? What can I control? Where did I fail? This is not self-hatred. This is self-mastery. You cannot fix what you do not acknowledge. Most people are weak not because the world is hard, but because they refuse to confront their own patterns. They repeat the same mistakes and expect different outcomes. Insanity. You must become your own most honest critic. Not your harshest. Your most honest. When you fail, study it. What was in your control? What was not? What will you do differently? The sheep externalizes. The wolf internalizes, adjusts, and advances. This is the loop of power. Action. Feedback. Refinement. Repeat. The sheep breaks the loop by blaming. The wolf accelerates it by learning. What is one pattern you keep repeating that you know is hurting you? Write it below. Naming it is the first kill. Let me tell you what happens when you begin to live this way. At first, resistance. The herd does not like when one of their own starts acting different. They will call you cold, calculating, changed. They will guilt you. They will test you. Some will fall away. Let them. They were anchors, not allies. This is the cost. But here is the gain. Clarity. You will stop being confused about why things happen to you. You will see the mechanics, the patterns, the games. And once you see them, you can play them. Or refuse them. Either way, you are no longer the piece. You are the player. You will notice that certain people suddenly respect you more. Not because you are kinder, because you are harder to manipulate. You will notice opportunities come easier. Not because you are luckier, because you position yourself better. You will notice you sleep better. Not because life is easier, because you are no longer betraying yourself by acting like prey when you are predator. This is not about becoming evil. Evil is the sheep's interpretation of strength he does not possess. This is about becoming effective, dangerous when necessary, gentle when beneficial, but always, always conscious. The sheep lives by accident. The wolf lives by design. If you have stayed this long, you are not the herd. Subscribe now if you have not. You will need the next video. It goes even deeper. There is a story Machiavelli tells. A prince takes a city. The people expect him to be harsh. He is not. He is measured. He punishes only the guilty. He rewards the loyal. He leaves the structures mostly intact. The people are relieved. Grateful even. Within a year, he is more beloved than the previous ruler. Why? Because he understood their expectations and exceeded them in the right direction. He played the contrast. He let their fear make his moderation seem like mercy. The wolf does not just act. He frames the act within context. He controls not just the outcome, but the interpretation. You can do this in small ways every day. If people expect you to be angry, be calm. It unsettles them and elevates you. If they expect you to be desperate, be indifferent. It shifts the power. If they expect you to gloat, be gracious. It makes you untouchable. Always be slightly different than they predict. It keeps them uncertain. And uncertainty makes people cautious. Caution gives you space. The sheep is readable. The wolf is a question mark. Let us address morality. Because I know some of you are wondering, is this right? The sheep asks if it is right. The wolf asks if it is effective. But here is the nuance. Effectiveness without ethics is short-term. It burns bridges. It creates enemies. It leads to paranoia and collapse. Machiavelli is often read as amoral. He is not. He is realistic. He says you must be capable of immorality, but you should not live there. You should be good when you can, but you must be able to be otherwise when you must. This is the mature position. Not good or evil, but capable of both and wise enough to choose. The sheep is only capable of good, so he is exploited. The tyrant is only capable of evil, so he is destroyed. The wolf has both tools and uses them with precision. Most of the time, integrity serves you. It builds trust. It creates stability. It allows you to sleep. But there are moments, rare moments, when rigidity and integrity costs you everything. In those moments you bend. Then you return. Do not be the saint. Do not be the villain. Be the strategist. Comment below. Do you think morality and power can coexist? Let's debate. Here is a principle rarely spoken. You must learn to lose gracefully. The sheep, when he loses, collapses. He complains. He broadcasts his defeat. He makes excuses. This guarantees he is not given another chance. The wolf, when he loses, is quiet. He congratulates the winner. He studies what went wrong privately. He rebuilds in silence. And then he returns. Stronger. Smarter. People respect the one who loses with dignity more than the one who wins with arrogance. There was an entrepreneur. Launched a startup. It failed. Publicly. Investors lost money. Employees lost jobs. He could have hidden. Instead, he wrote a detailed postmortem. What he did wrong. What he learned. He took full responsibility. No excuses. 2 years later, investors funded his next venture. Why? Because he showed he could handle failure without crumbling or blaming. That is rare. That is valuable. The sheep's ego cannot survive loss. The wolf's ego is not tied to a single outcome. It is tied to the long game. You will lose. Often. The question is, will you lose like a sheep or like a wolf? One ends your story. The other writes the next chapter. Let us talk about presence. The way you enter a room. The way you speak. The way you hold yourself. The sheep enters hoping to fit in. He mirrors. He softens. He makes himself small so others are comfortable. The wolf enters as he is. Not loud. Not performative. Simply grounded. He does not seek approval with his eyes. He does not fill silence with noise. His presence is calm and complete. People feel it. They do not know why, but they defer. This is not about arrogance. Arrogance is insecurity pretending. This is about self-possession. You know your value. You do not need the room to confirm it. That quiet confidence is rarer than gold. Most people are so desperate to be liked that they contort themselves. You do not. You show up whole. Some will like you. Some will not. You are unchanged either way. That is power. Practice this. Walk into your next meeting 3 seconds slower. Speak 3 seconds later. Let the silence sit before you fill it. Watch what happens. You will command more attention by doing less. The sheep performs. The wolf simply is. How do you enter a room? Are you seeking or settled? Answer below. There is a final secret. The wolf is not cruel to the sheep out of hate. He is indifferent. The sheep takes it personally. It is not personal. It is nature. The wolf eats because he is hungry. The sheep is food because he is vulnerable. If the sheep became dangerous, the wolf would go elsewhere. This is the liberation. You are not a victim of malice. You are a victim of weakness. And weakness is fixable. The moment you stop being prey, you stop being hunted. So the question is not, why are people cruel to me? The question is, why am I still vulnerable? What signals am I sending? What boundaries am I not enforcing? What value am I not providing? Fix those and the dynamics change. Not because people become better, because you become harder to exploit. The world is neutral. It responds to what you are. Be sheep, get slaughtered. Be wolf, get respect. This is not motivational. This is mechanical. I will tell you what Machiavelli never said but understood. The greatest power is not dominance. It is freedom. The sheep is enslaved by his need for approval, his fear of conflict, his dependence on the herd. The wolf is free. He can be alone. He can walk away. He can stand against the crowd. That freedom is terrifying to most. But it is everything. When you no longer need anything from anyone, you have won. Not because you are isolated, but because your relationships are chosen, not needed. Your job is a choice, not a chain. Your reputation is a reflection, not a lifeline. You are complete alone. Everything else is bonus. That is when you become truly dangerous. Because you cannot be leveraged. Are you free, or are you dependent? Think hard before you answer. The wolf among sheep is not the loudest. He is the stillest. He does not prove himself. He does not explain himself. He moves with purpose. He watches. He waits. And when the moment comes, he acts. Decisively. Finally. And then he is gone. No theatrics. No speeches. Just outcome. You have been taught to announce yourself. To justify. To seek permission. Stop. Move in silence. Let your results speak. Let your presence linger after you leave. The sheep is remembered for his noise. The wolf is remembered for his effect. Machiavelli wrote The Prince in exile. Stripped of power. Broke. Forgotten by the very people he served. He could have been bitter. He could have quit. Instead, he wrote the most influential political text in history. He turned his pain into legacy. He lost the game but won eternity. That is the wolf's final move. When the world takes everything, you create something it cannot touch. What will you create that outlasts you? Not for fame. For proof that you were here and you were not sheep. The herd will call this dark. Let them. They call anything they do not understand dangerous. But you know better now. This is not darkness. This is sight. The ability to see the world as it is, not as you wish it were. And once you see clearly, you can move strategically. You can protect yourself. You can build power. You can live freely. You are not here by accident. The algorithm did not bring you here. Your instinct did. Some part of you already knew you were not sheep. You just needed permission to stop pretending. Consider this your permission. You do not have to be kind to everyone. You do not have to forgive endlessly. You do not have to shrink so others are comfortable. You can be the wolf. Quietly. Carefully. Completely. If this resonated, subscribe. The next transmission will arrive soon. Share this with someone who needs to stop grazing. And comment below. Tell me which law hit you hardest. Let the pack recognize each other. There is no going back now. Once you see the game, you cannot unsee it. Once you feel your teeth, you cannot pretend you only have grass in your mouth. The transformation has already begun. You are no longer one of the herd. You are the one they will whisper about. The one they cannot predict. The one they respect and fear in equal measure. Walk accordingly. Machiavelli left one final instruction buried in his work. The wise man does what is necessary. The fool does what is comfortable. Comfort is the poison they feed you to keep you calm while they shear your wool. Necessity is the blade you sharpen in the dark. You now know which one you are holding. Do not waste it. The flock sleeps tonight. But you are awake. And the awake inherit what the sleeping never see. Go now. Apply one law this week. Just one. Watch what shifts. Then come back and tell me. The comment section is your confessional and your war zone. Use it. This is not the end of the lesson. This is the beginning of your execution. Everything you have heard is worthless if it stays in your head. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. And you are not here to be entertained. You are here to evolve. So let me ask you plainly. Will you go back to grazing? Will you lower your head and pretend you did not hear this? Or will you stand up, look around the pasture, and realize you were never meant to be fenced? The choice is yours. It always has been. But now you cannot pretend you did not know. Ignorance is no longer your shield. You have the laws. You have the frame. You have the examples. The only question left is, do you have the spine? I will be watching. So will the others who have walked this path. We recognize our own. Not by what you say. By what you do. The sheep talk. The wolves move. Subscribe if you are moving. Ignore if you are talking. Either way, the gate is open. What you do next is the only truth that matters. This is Machiavelli. Not as history. As manual. Not as philosophy. As weapon. Carry it carefully. Use it wisely. And remember, the world does not reward the righteous. It rewards the effective. Be effective. Be free. Be the wolf. The transmission is complete. But your hunt has just begun.